There you are, you little devil, just hiding out in the corner, doing what you do best, and that is mining us some Litecoin mixed with a little bit of Doge. Welcome everyone to the Rabid Mining YouTube channel and Rig 5. Stay out of it, this is not about you. So we've been talking about CPUs and Raptorium and whatnot for the past, couple of weeks because, it did hit that nice pump. CPU mining became very profitable. But I have been neglecting the Antminer L3 Plus. He's just been hanging out here in the corner all by himself, doing what he does best, mining away, screaming like crazy, needing earplugs and everything. Well, he's not that bad. It's pretty cool down here. But I got a payout this morning. I was like, hey, you know what? I have not looked at my Antminer L3 Plus, so I'm not sure how profitable you still are. Looks like he does need a little bit of pampering. We got some dust building up there. That's all right. One of these days here soon, I will shut everything off and go through my GPUs and give them all nice little cleaning. But if you guys are unfamiliar with this Antminer Plus, I do have it on Hivon ASIC firmware. It is the most secure firmware that I know of, and it also has an antivirus in it. I do not think Bliss has an antivirus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Does Bliss firmware have antivirus in it? I don't think it is, but if it is, again, I'm wrong. But Hivon firmware, 660 watts instead of 800 watts that it's supposed to be drawing, and it's supposed to be doing 504 mega hash as well. Here I am on litecoinpool.org. Now I know it's not the prettiest pool, it doesn't have the best UI, it doesn't have the best type of logs or anything, but I do find this to be potentially the most profitable pool for these ASIC miners. Now that also should go for the dogecoin miners and anything else that does mine Litecoin, depending on the brand and everything else. Originally, I was on pro hashing and I did really like that interface, but then I did notice that I was losing a little bit of profits here and there. It wasn't as profitable as it was. I tried F2 pool and I just wasn't getting the results. Maybe I had it set up wrong. I don't know. People in the comments as well as other research categories pointed me out to Litecoin pool. And ever since I have been on it, I really have liked it. So it's been a while since I checked it out here. So where is my last 24 hours? Right up here, past 24 hours rewards is 0.0305, a whole bunch of numbers. I'm going to go into CoinGecko, give this a quick refresh because I was just checking stuff out earlier. All right, in there. And $6.44. That's not too bad at all. So we're gonna have to take out some power here. So let me calculate that. I did convert this over the Canadian so I can see my actual profits, and subtracting at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, 660 watts does work out to be $6.61. It was about $1.58 per day in power on the 6. I can view my full history here just to get an idea of an average that I was doing each day. So it does look like 0.03, oh, we had a 0.4 there, 0.38. So for the most part, it's all 0.3 and then something over. We did have a dip off here. I believe this is when I noticed that Antminer was off. Something happened to the network. I don't know what it was, but then quick reboot did fix that. Obviously, we had a little slow day there, 0.29. But for the most part, we are a little over 0.03. So that's actually not too bad in terms of this. Again, it does not look like those L7s or anything are online yet. The difficulty, we can kind of keep track of it here. So the numbers have not spiked up too much in the last little while. So 109, 117, 120, 114, 110. 111, 114. So no massive spikes, noticing any massive new network ASICs coming on the network. So everything looks good. I am really interested to see how the profitability will change once those ASICs are released. They are obviously delayed, but I have no idea for how long. If you do want to run this miner yourself in HiveOS, it's just like running a GPU or a CPU mining rig. You set up your flight sheet, you get your miner all good to go in here. So like you can see I'm mining to Litecoin pool. I have pool in here. I have pro hashing ASIC. So I have different types of pools set up. Again, I do find this Litecoin pool to be the most profitable. Again, let me know in the comments. What pool are you guys using? Are you mining with an Antminer L3 Plus? The pool you're using, your profitabilities. Are you using pro hashing? Pro hashing is a nice one. It has a really nice dashboard. Again, I didn't find the profits looking too great, but it's almost like the unminable of, ASIC pools. So it is a pretty sweet pool, but just profits aren't the greatest. So where is my overclocking here? This is how you can actually adjust this ASIC. So here I am, the 660 watts at 504 mega hash. So this is your default mega hash. Originally it's 800 watts, I believe. and I did bring it down to 660. The higher you go, the less efficient it becomes. But again, if you don't care about electricity or your power is really, really cheap, you're on solar, whatever, you can crank this up some more. So like 740 watts at 560 mega hash, 890 watts, 610, 1040, 645, 1160, 680. And it looks like we can get all the way up to 1300 watts and 720 mega hash on this L3 Plus. Now, I probably would not recommend that. Probably going to run fairly warm, as well as reduce the lifespan of a much already older ASIC. So these ASICs came out in like 2017, so they're like 4 or 5 years old. Keep that in mind. I don't even know if you can get parts for them anymore unless you buy an older used ASIC, which is most likely broken anyway. Now, when it comes to efficiency and mining, I always like to compare things to like GPUs, CPUs, and everything else to see what's the most profitable thing to mine for the least amount of power. So we take that 660 watts, so here you can see 53070s at 650 watts, so 10 watts less, but these are making $18.95. So 3 times more profitable after power here than we are seeing on this Antminer L3 Plus. Before power, that's $20.51 USD. So obviously here, GPUs are a lot more profitable than mining with this Antminer, but at the same time, depending where you can actually find this Antminer, 5 GPUs is going to cost a lot more than potentially just buying this Antminer straight out. But again, you know, it could be $5,000 for this Antminer where you are. It could be $2,000. Some people in the bear run were buying these things for like $50 to $100. So remember, market always depends on the price and what you can find things for. All right, guys, so that does sum up this video. Again, let me know in the comments, are you mining with an Antminer L3 Plus or any type of Doge LTC type of miner? And if so, what pool are you using and what firmware, if it can possibly have the firmware changed? Thank you for watching, everyone, and Rabid out. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you haven't, please comment, subscribe, and like this video, as well as check out one of these other videos if you have not seen it yet. I do try to stream every Saturday and Sunday, so stay tuned for more future content.